Final Fantasy 16 has officially released and fans have started to get their hands on it. Many people who were on the fence before have mentioned the demo changed their minds and was the final driving point that eventually sold them on the game. The overall reviews of the game have been very positive with some great criticisms that I do agree with. Looking at you, MMO side quests. But really though, Final Fantasy is back and appealing to a wider audience outside of their usual norm. And this is a great thing as the series has always aimed to evolve in various ways with each new title. I'm greatly looking forward to bringing you guys more combat stuff soon, as this is what the channel is all about. But the Mortal Kombat 1 beta is out this weekend, and I'm super preoccupied with that stress test. For now, we have a training guide up for Final Fantasy 16 and some Let's Play YouTube videos that unfortunately are not being showcased to you guys. A lot of people are telling me they're not getting notifications, so please check those out if you have not yet. And also subscribe to raise that 21% even higher. Now with that being said, let's get into the video. All across the board, Final Fantasy 16 has scored pretty well, from perfect 10s to 9s, 8s, and the occasional 6s. And we're not going to talk about the user scores here, okay? It's not a new thing in gaming where fans will overreact about scores in general. I personally think too many people these days value others' opinions more so than their own, and will take someone else's word on a game or media and potentially miss out on their possible favorites of all time. Not likely, but I'm just saying it does happen. With Final Fantasy 16 reaching a 88 on Metacritic, it's been kind of odd to see how many people view this as a bad thing. It's actually really good, especially for the series as a whole. Final Fantasy is back in an entirely new way. Shoutouts to Daryl from Final Fantasy Union. They make amazing content over on YouTube, so please check them out. They tweeted this out earlier and it made me realize just how big of a deal this is. There's been a lot of discourse about Final Fantasy 16's review scores, but it's important to take a step back and appreciate what this game has accomplished. Outside of Shadowbringers and Endwalker, two expansions of Final Fantasy XIV that have scored really well, Final Fantasy 16 is the highest reviewed mainline Final Fantasy game in the last 17 years. Final Fantasy XII hit 92 on Metacritic in 2006, but Final Fantasies 13, 14 1.0, and 15 have fell short of hitting that mark. And yes, Square, since merging with Enix, has fallen off on their release timings for these games. Rightfully so, game development does require a lot more work these days. And also, you guys of all people should know how much I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. It's technically not a new mainline title. The story, characters, and world are not new in this sense, and have already existed in the original game, which it was based off of. I mean, the title itself has the word remake in it. Final Fantasy 16 is a completely brand new world with a new story and new characters for us to get to know, and reaching a high 80 is a huge accomplishment, especially with the series taking a giant risk and going in a new direction of full action-based combat and no hybrid ATB or turn-based systems. Square Enix has expressed that the change in this direction is to try to get more newcomers into the series, while still delivering on the themes that make a Final Fantasy game a Final Fantasy game. Its lovable characters, the music, story, the journey. Those to me are what makes it a Final Fantasy game. And it's been working. Tons of new fans have been playing and enjoying Final Fantasy 16 as their first Final Fantasy title ever, as well as many veteran fans too, who have also consumed every single media of Final Fantasy that is to offer. Expanding on the fan base is a good play in my opinion on Square Enix. 16 is by all means not perfect. I really do hate the side quest objectives, but the storylines and background of the side quests really do surprise me from time to time. There are still more updates also needed to perfect the frame rate in certain areas. The green foliage areas do dip pretty hard, but the desert gameplay has been buttery smooth. And motion blur disabling is coming soon, as well as custom button remapping. The devs are listening and ultimately want to deliver a great product while continuing to support the fans of their requests. Yoshi P even stated in an interview that DLC plans are not currently in the works, but if fans do want to see that in the future, the team would be more than happy to get that rolling for us. I think that's bait regardless, and they already have DLC in the works because it's just not that easy to out of nowhere decide to make it in a few months. Those things are all part of a budget and planning phases. What could they be? I have no idea, but I'm very excited to see along with you guys just what they could be. Comment below what DLC would you like to see, and how have you guys been enjoying Final Fantasy 16 and the entire experience. Let's get a discussion going. all in all I want to say, guys, is to not take these review scores to heart, whether how positive or negative they are. Experience the game on your own and then decide from there. There is a completely free demo that lets you play the first 2 hours of the game right now on PlayStation 5. If you guys have not played that yet, feel free to do so and then make your decision. Be sure to like the video if you enjoyed and subscribe if you are new. More Final Fantasy videos are on the way and you do not want to miss them. My name is Blitz and thanks for watching.